Hello and welcome to Vegan Soul. My name is Suzette Sweatt, aka Wonder Woman. I am the host of this exciting and informative vegan show, cooking show. So we invite you to join us in today as we will be preparing a dish with spaghetti and meatless meatballs with also a dessert of chia pudding. Let's go into the kitchen. Alright, again, welcome to Vegan Soul, and today we will be preparing a spaghetti and a meatless meatball dish with our dessert. I am excited to have with me on the show is my life partner and my hubby, Team Sweatt, Daniel Sweatt. So Daniel, can you come on over? I got Mr. Muscles here today. Checking all this out. I get to have a chance to actually meet with him. So today, a lot of times, guys, we are in the kitchen. And so while we're in the kitchen, we're actually going to prepare. So we do work together in the kitchen, helping one another. And this episode is definitely to encourage you guys to actually work in the kitchen together. So we actually are going to make, this is actually a black bean spaghetti. And so we had a discussion about protein. And so we actually did the black bean spaghetti. So as you are boiling your water, you basically take a cup of the black bean spaghetti. Let me say this, we talk about protein. How many grams of protein is in this dish? How many we talked about last night? 25 grams of protein. One serving, 25 grams of protein. It's okay. We know he's the introvert out of the group. So then after you're doing your spaghetti and we have the water to a boil, this only takes 4 to 6 minutes. So I'm gonna add a little bit of, here's all of our seasonings. We're gonna take a pinch of pepper, because you wanna season the noodles. You don't want bland noodles, right? So we're gonna take that. How many of you guys use pink Himalayan salt? No iodine, there's no iodine. We want less iodine in our body. We also are going to use some of Mama Ray's seasoning. And she has a vegan seasoning. For those who have not tried this, she has a vegan seasoning. We're gonna put a pinch of that in there. It's okay to do a couple of pinches. Italian seasoning. We're working with a spaghetti dish. So you're doing your Italian seasonings. And then as your noodles are preparing to boil, again, 4 to 6 minutes, you don't wanna overcook them. This is black bean spaghetti. How awesome is that? So we're gonna stir that up and give that time to boil, get a rapid boil going on, and I'll put that onto a plate. So next we're gonna go over to the spaghetti sauce. You taste it?
Yeah.
Come on over. All right, so over here, basically, in order to make, you know what it takes to make spaghetti sauce? Not out the jar? How do you make spaghetti sauce out the jar?
Some tomato, that's awesome.
There you go, absolutely, that's it. See, it has to be a character in there all the time. So basically, you can take it, put it into your blender, you can pulse it, take you some tomatoes. For those that want a quick version, yes, you can use a jar version. We're trying to watch the preservatives, but you can use a jar. You actually put it on a low heat, cut you up some garlic. The same seasonings that we put in our spaghetti are the same ones that we put in here, unless you want a little bit of a spice, you could put a spicier seasoning in there. Again, you want to watch the sodium intake of what you're doing and make it a healthy meal for everyone that's involved. So we're going to take that, we stir that up. Are you ready to go over here and make some meatballs?
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to head over and make some meatballs now. All right, let's go over here. Boy, we had a time with this meatballs, didn't we? We had a date with the meatballs last night, so let's talk about this. For those that are trying to avoid, that are avoiding the processed and the packaged meatballs, this is what we did last night. So I'm gonna just give you a sample. We already have it blended here in the blender, but we want you to kind of see. You're gonna put your blender on a pulse. So you're actually gonna put it on a pulse, and we're gonna do this for a second. It's gonna have a thick, pasty type of, then you take the lid off of there. Grab that honey for me, thank you. So part of this is that, and I'm gonna switch sides with him for a second. You're gonna scrape the side of that for me and just kind of show them that pasty texture while I talk about a little bit of the ingredients. It's very simple, meatballs. You want protein, we're talking about the protein, so kind of show them that texture. It's a consistency, a thicker consistency in that. So it's like a paste-like. You are going to cook you some lentils, high protein. This is the vegan staple meal that you should have, staple item you should have in your pantry. We have some panko breadcrumbs. We're gonna put garlic inside of there. You're gonna take your mushrooms, again, calcium. You have your vitamin A, your vitamin C, protein. We also have an egg replacement. Egg replacement, you're just gonna mix it up. This is gonna give you that consistency like you're battering something, so it's almost like a dressing. And then you're gonna put it all inside of here. What we did do is we took our peppers and our onions, and what did we do with that first last night?
Sauteed those. Right?
Yeah, we sauteed it for flavor because you want that flavor to come through your meatballs. So we actually took the vegetables, put them in a skillet, then we put it inside here, and we pulsed it until it got that thick like paste. And then we had a ball rolling last night, huh? So you take them and you roll them in light olive oil because it is going to be sticky. It's sticky and moist. You then you place them inside of a tray, and we'll show you what the finished product looks like after that. So as we are preparing our black bean spaghetti, I'm trying not to toss it on him because you know the topic is called help. I'm vegan, but my mate is not. Right? You're vegan? Are you vegan?
No, not vegan.
I still love him though. So let me tell you how this works. Okay.
Whole protein this year.
So now that we are actually cooking together and we're making more protein, what's the other, I won't even say excuses now. So he is a bodybuilder competitor. So talk about that for a second and then we'll talk about your protein intake.
I compete in the NCP bodybuilding competitions. Actually going to do one this year, later on in the year. I'm not going to mention any dates, we'll leave that out. But I do plan to do one this year. And my main thing for not being vegan, and we go back and forth, is because I don't think we can get enough protein in me to sustain what I'm trying to accomplish. But she keeps telling me, yes I can. So maybe after the competition this year, we'll go ahead and do 6 months of me not eating any meat or becoming a vegan. I give her 3 months. I'm not gonna
see, I learned to be quiet a little bit in that part of it because that's the
3.
So this is the compromise that our household has done that I'm not sure how other households will do, and so we're going to talk to our guest about this. So our goal is, like, for me as a female, I must intake about 60 grams of protein per day. So with this dish being between 25 and 30 grams, that means 2 other dishes can encompass that. So by the time I add my meatballs, add the percentage of the protein in there, that helps me get up to my daily intake. Your protein is what fuels your body. It's your muscle mass. It helps with your energy. So a lot of those things. So as a competitor, they actually need more protein to sustain their physique type, the physique type. So when you see flatter muscles and things, a lot of that has to do with lack of protein. So what we're going to do is, again, we're going to try this black bean spaghetti, see what he thinks about that. I'm appreciative that help my mate is not vegan, but at least he's trying right now. So I am grateful for that. And so he has always promised me that. And so that's our household right now of how we can cohesively come together. And I will say, honestly, he does probably about 80% plant-based through the house because of what we prepare. If I'm gonna cook, if I'm cooking the food, he's gonna eat the food. So yeah, if I have to buy the meat, guess what? He doesn't eat meat. That's the great part about being Team Sweatt, right?
Yes.
It's so love, all right. Everybody's familiar with Team Sweatt and that we are a very active couple. And so part of what we do when we do meal prep, we try to find things that are nutritious, quick, and yet are not processed, that are healthy for us. And so trying to find desserts can sometimes be challenging for us. So the meals that we planned today were your spaghetti, black bean spaghetti, 28 grams of protein. We went with your lentil meatballs, which has your protein with your mushrooms. We have that in there. Now the chia pudding. I'm not sure if a lot of people are familiar with this. You only need 5 ingredients. You can pick your ingredients, but it's based upon what your calorie intake is. All right, choose your fruit. We opted for pineapples, so look when these are in season. If not, it is okay to get frozen because you're gonna be blending this up. For those that like a little kick and little flakes, we use the coconut. So we have a little coconut inside of here, different coconut flakes. We are using coconut milk. For those that want to know about your calcium, look, we have some coconut milk here. We have your lemon juice, and also we're going to zest some lemon to actually put into there. Chia seeds. How many of you guys are familiar with these little tiny, these are like the most amazing superfoods. You're going to put this inside of here, and then what you're going to do is we're going to blend all this up. People that like cottage cheese, this is not a cottage cheese, but it has a consistency like a cottage cheese. So we're whipping this up together, and then the reason why you have to let this sit, chia seeds soak, they absorb things. So it takes about, you remember how long we had to absorb this last night?
It's a couple of hours.
Yeah, so it's 1 to 2 hours for it to thicken up. Other options that you can put this inside of, your chia seeds, your protein shakes. You can put inside your oatmeal. You can put any and almost pretty much everything, just a few of those. High in omega, high in omega. This is your healthy fats. So those who want to know about your healthy fats, this is your healthy fats. And we'll show you what that finished product looks like also. So let's go meet our guest. I'm excited to, you ready to go meet some guests?
Yes.
You ready to go meet some couples? We get to fellowship with some other couples. So we're going to go over and dine with some couples and check them out, okay? Thank you for joining Vegan Soul.
Thank you.
All right, so I just want to thank each and every one of you, the couples here today, of joining us because the topic is help. I'm vegan, but my mate is not. No pressure. So I just want to kind of ask some questions and then we're going to try these meals. I want you guys to give an honest opinion on it. So we'll start with Tana and Leon, correct? All right, well, thank you for joining us. So I think, Tana, you're vegan, correct? And then Leon, you're not?
I'm not.
Okay, so how long have you been vegan?
I've been vegan since 2009.
Wow, okay. So how do you operate in your household? What's your typical day like of meals?
Usually I spend my Saturdays or Sundays meal prepping for me.
Okay.
And then I have a son who is not vegan at all.
Okay.
Now with my husband, he will at least try some of the dishes.
Okay.
And he's pleasantly surprised. But my son, he knows what's in it. He's just like, wait a minute, ribs have bones and this doesn't have any bones. So,
Okay.
right, what are you trying to fool? Who are you trying to fool? So.
So then, Leon, what do you think? I mean, is it something that you would try? Or let me say this, if you had to cook, would you prepare a meatless dish? Or would you prefer to have the meat?
I prefer to have the meat, but then if she prepares it, I'll try it, at least try it.
Okay.
And for most things she makes, I mean, like,
Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you for sharing with us. All right. You said, Let's see. We're gonna. Since you were so vocal, we're gonna let you go ahead and start. So I'm gonna ask the same.
I was told to watch my.
So we're gonna ask you that question then. Who does the meal prepping in the house? You or your wife?
She does all the meal prep.
Okay. So then she cooks for you as well? Okay. So then what is your take on just being plant-based or trying some of those options?
Well, if she recommends that I try it, I will try it.
Okay.
And most of the things that she advises me to try does taste good.
Okay.
So, she'll incorporate some of that into my meals. She'll
Okay.
put a little bit on my plate.
Aww. Show a little love.
Yeah.
So is there a reason why you choose not to be plant-based? Is there something that keeps you from making that decision?
I am a diabetic.
Okay.
So I have to have that meat protein in my
Okay.
diet. So that's what pretty much keeps me not vegan.
So if she came up with some options for you that would accommodate your lifestyle with you said diabetes, correct? So if she came up with a protein that was equivalent to what you're doing now, would that be something you would consider?
I would definitely consider it.
So you gotta get back to the drawing board. All right.
So slowly incorporates things though, so
Okay.
it's not like she just bombards me with it. She'll
Yes.
add some things, so that's the best format for me.
Okay. So then, I like what he just said. That was key. She doesn't force it upon him. So tell me, how do you do? I mean, because I know he says you do all the prepping things. So how does it make you feel? And then how do you actually incorporate more in the household for him?
It was easy with making different meals.
Okay.
We've been married only since August.
Okay.
And-
Newlyweds. Congratulations.
And so I've always made separate meals because my two children, they are eating regular food.
Okay.
And I've always been a vegetarian for 25 years.
Wow.
And then I switched over to become a vegan 7 years ago. It'll be 8 years next month. And actually, he does try. He tries things. My son tries and my daughter will not.
Okay. Okay.
But I don't know. I actually have a lot of things in protein but I think he would probably miss that chicken or something.
he should have said like. So, but other than that, so out of both of the households, it's never caused like a disagreement, arguments, things like that. You guys are going to use it work there. So that's what I like about that. And I think our job is to educate. It is to raise awareness, not to push. He will tell you that I'm not going to push anything on him. We do say, can you try this? Will you sample this for me? What do you think? And he's like, that was pretty good. I like that. And he's like, what is that? So a lot of times I don't even tell him what it is. We actually just make it. And then I'll say, let me know if you like it. And then that's what I tell most people. He's 80% plant-based and doesn't even realize it. Because almost all his meals are like vegetables. They're all vegetables. And he just really just eats it. It's just that I think it is and this is me, this is our household personally, I think it's a mindset. Do you agree? It's a mindset. Not letting go of that last piece of meat. It's like I got invited accustomed to things and really wanting to make that change, and then he's like, I need that piece of fish. I just know it has 8 grams of protein in it. I just know it has 12 in my chicken. But I will say that he tries to buy the best of what he gets to get a quality of food, and I tell people to really look at that and not to cause division in your households. We don't want to cause division in our households. You have to come together, but just educate. And so I'm thankful that as spouses, you guys are definitely understanding and willing to try some of those dishes. And trust me, if we're loving it, you guys try it. I promise you, you will enjoy it. Again, we're not pushing on you. Just try some tasty dishes. So we're going to dig in. This is black bean spaghetti with meatless meatballs. And so just tell me what you think. This is, again, black bean spaghetti. So it has 25 grams of protein in it. So we can mimic almost whatever your meal tastes like. We can mimic a lot of that. So let's dig in. You guys tell me what you think about it. So go ahead, honey. You cut it with your fork there. I'm gonna see if he's gonna feed me. We're gonna try to, I need some sauce in mine. I need some meat in mine. It seems like I need some meat in mine. There we go. See, everybody gonna have a junk in there. Let's see what you got. Actually, believe it or not, I'm a chef. I'm gonna cook for Doug. Actually, you know what? My marinara sauce came out like a little sweeter, didn't it? And there's no sugar in this. There's no sugar in there at all. Yeah. And of course, he's going for the meatballs. He didn't even go for the noodles. Look, can you grab a little noodle in there?
I have a noodle.
You got a noodle. All right. So let me see, Leon. What do you think about it? Okay. Tom.
Well, you know, I'm an easy sell anyway. Yes, this is delicious.
And did you say you do have black bean spaghetti at home?
Yes.
So this is something that you can keep at home. What we say our staple in our pantry, or things like that. And what do you think? What are your thoughts?
Actually, I love it.
Can we get a All right, so when you get done, we actually have, this is a chia pudding. And again, I kind of created some protein dishes because we knew that we had the spouses here that had not tried or some of the meatless dishes that were concerned about protein. So chia seeds, we were saying this is kind of like our mini superfood with a lot of little seeds in there. You can incorporate any fruit that you like, so whatever your favorite fruit is, if it's blueberries, strawberries, you know, we do a lot of antioxidants, you can try some of those. You always want to chill it. I think Tom and I were talking about the texture of chia seeds. They tend to be a little fluffy, and so I liken it to like cottage cheese. So a person that likes the texture of a cottage cheese would probably love a chia seed. So let's try this pudding and see what check it out. Tom was like, I don't know about it. So just stir it up before you eat it. You actually want to stir it up. They generally sit for about an hour to 2 hours in it. And it's like a dessert staple. So there's some light coconut in there, a hint of coconut. Then you have tons of millions of chia seeds that you can put in your oatmeal, your protein shakes, almost everything that you can do. So yeah. You see, he didn't feed me this time. He just kept going.
You were talking, that's what I'm believing. I don't want to be rude,
So what do you think out of that?
it's good.
Well, it's
It is actually light, so it is low calorie. It is low calorie. It actually is. There's another thing, and these are jars we kind of make on the go. When you're traveling, something like that, and you need something to go, put this in the freezer 1 to 2 hours, let it thaw, and then there you go. You have an instant, quick snack that you can eat. And then it's fruit based too, so not a lot of sugar in there. Some people do use maple syrup in it. Some people use agave in it if you want an extra sweetener. If not, use your natural fruits. Tell everybody just give it a whirl. I'm about to nail my jar, I need my own. Thank you for sharing your jar, but I need my own. Well, again, thank you guys for joining Vegan Soul and joining us on this episode. Help, I am vegan, but my mate is not. All right, so enjoy the rest of your meal, and I'll let you guys talk. I don't think that we even had a chance to think about our local artistry. It was our love artist, so this is by Nicole. And we just want to profile them and thank them. If you would like to have your art showcased on the Vegan Soul, please contact us on our Facebook page as well. We'd love to have you as a guest. You can come as a guest or even as a cook. If you would like to come and prepare one of your tasty dishes, we'd love to have you. We were actually having Miss Alford, am I saying that correctly? Mrs. Alford. She'll be joining us for our next episode, and we'll be talking about meal prepping 101. We all need that. So again, thank you for joining Vegan Solo. I'm your host, Suzette Sweatt. Have a great day.